We've been gathering here for many years to talk about the early days of single sideband, and I'm on a radio called Cheap and Easy, a homebrew station built by KG7TR, based on a magazine in 1950s QST magazine. And it's driving a Johnson amplifier called the Courier, and we're putting out about 400 watts here. I'm going to call some people that I know are here, and I may not have the list correct, and if you get forgotten about as an early, let us know. There's only 2 net controls that I've heard before that we started here, and we need 4 or 5, so this is going to be kind of a fiasco this evening. We'll make the best of it. KWOZ, hey Dan, tell me about it, K5LYN.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn. Boy, I'm surprised you picked me up quick. I was here early. Anyway, thanks for doing that. This is Dan in the middle of Houston, running a Kenwood TS830 that I've had for quite a while. It's in beautiful shape, inside and out, with a matching VFO 230, speaker 230, or, 230, tuner, and all that stuff. I'm driving a homebrew pair of 813s that I just finished building a cabinet around and calibrating the plate current meter, and I think a fella is going to buy this, so I'll have to put one of my other homebrew boat anchors on next week, I guess. And antenna's an inverted V up there about 40 feet. That's it from here. It's cold out there. K5LYN, KWOZ.
Very nice signal, Dan. Beautiful audio. Great to hear you this evening. Glad you came by. Okay, neighbor, TXW. Talk to me, George.
Hello, Lynn, and all around the net for the finest hour of amateur radio of the week, WB5TXW. And yes, the 32S1, the 75S3, the 30L1 with all the relays working. I can hear them on them. I must have not been paying attention. Okay, all the S1 stuff out to the golf hole in the side yard here. Not too high up. I wish it could be higher, but that's the way it goes. So I think everything is working. Very quiet band tonight. Good signals from what I can hear. Over.
Sounding good here, George.
All right. Well, onwards and upwards, WB5TXW.
Let's hope this isn't a crashing event of some kind this evening. We'll make the best of it. You're sounding good. KC5L, talk to us, Tom.
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and everyone on the net. This is Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And tonight, the boat anchors are keeping us warm here in the shack. We're talking on the Central Electronics 200B with a D104 microphone. It's driving the matching 600L amplifier, doing about 350 watts into a Johnson KW Matchbox, and a homebrew doublet of about 15 feet. And we're listening on the R390A. And Lynn, you're cheap and easy, sounding great as usual. Back to you, KC5L.
Okay, Tom, nicely done on your end. Yeah, we will make another try at Central Electronics on my end next week. I got to figure out what happened to my mic connector there, because I was ready to do it. So I'll catch up with you soon, I hope. AG5XP, talk to us, Kenneth.
Thank you, Lynn, for picking me up. This is Kenneth, AG5XP up here in Brownwood. Tonight we're on a little bit of everything. Got a SB10 sideband adapter with a D104. Got it hooked up to a Johnson Viking 1. And it's driving a Gunset GSB 201. Got a good about 500 watts. Got some vintage skid meters and a 2040 tuner and homebrewed G5RE antenna and a few other homemade goodies to make it operate, and that's what we got over here, Lynn. Back to you, AG5XP.
Well, good, nice work on the SB10. I have a station too, and I got some bugging it somewhere. So I've got 2 vintage stations down, and that's one of them. So I'm going to have to catch up with you, Kenneth, because the SB10 station is a lot of fun. It's a real sport to operate it. Yours is doing a great job. Okay, moving on down the list. KJ5FPY, talk to us.
Yes, sir. This is Patrick up in Gainesville. I'm on the 7300, and I've got a vintage Heathkit SB220 and a Drake MN 2000 tuner. A dipole, center fed dipole at 30 feet, and I really wasn't ready for you to call my name, so I can't think of anything else to say other than thanks to Dan for my help.
Well, hey, nice work on your part. Now, those two, you got a vintage Drake and a vintage Heathkit component there. Do you go back to vacuum tube times, or are you a new guy that's starting out with that vintage stuff? Nicely done on your part, I'd say.
No, I'm new. I got licensed last year, both times tech in general, so I'm brand new. And but I'm getting a little older, so I got to get this stuff going, you know.
Well, you've done a nice job. You've got it going really well. Nice signal into Austin. Tell me again where you are.
I'm in North Texas, 6 miles south of the Red River, just straight up 35 from Dallas.
Okay. Yeah, we know that part of the country. Okay. All right, Patrick, nicely done. We're here every Wednesday, so come on by and show us your skills there. You've done a nice job of it this evening. Okay, on down the road, WA5DSS. Hey, Bill, you still there? Well, we had a WA5 a while ago. Where'd you go, Bill? I'm about to lose you. WA5DSS. Bill, are you there? You're right at my noise level. Well, Rusty, we may have you pick him up. Okay. And Perry, I'd like you to wait until we turn this thing over to Rusty, because I was not hearing you well a while ago. So let me pick up these and I'll throw it to Rusty, so we know you're there. KC5WLF, what's going on, Jimmy?
Hey, good evening to you, Lynn and Lynette. This is Jimmy, KC5WLF. I'm over here in Cedar Park, Northwest Austin. And by the way, Lynn, you know, things happen when them old radios and mics get old, so you just got to get out the soldering iron and figure it out, I'm sure. But I don't know. I see some, I'm looking on the weather map here, some stuff coming up from the southwest. I don't know if that's what they were talking or not, but it's blue and pink. But anyways, no telling. I'm talking tonight on my DX10, which is not a boat anchor, but I am talking on the Heathkit SB200 amplifier, and it shows about 500-600 watts, so it's doing a good job into my off-center fed dipole using an RE320 microphone. But anyway, I hope everybody has a good evening, stays warm, and 73 to the net, Lynn, and you too, KC5WLF.
Very nicely done, Jimmy. Sounding good. And yeah, I got two stations that are conspiring against me right now, and that's going to take my time up this week. We'll try to get it straightened out by next go-round. You're sounding very nice this evening. Glad you came by. KE5Q, talk to me, Jim.
Okay, K5LYN and Lynette. This is Kilo Echo 5 Quebec, and we are remote tonight up here in Vienna, Virginia, right outside of D.C., where we had on Monday about 10 inches of snow, and everything is still covered with snow. The main roads are open, the side streets are still covered. Anyway, tonight I am on the remote station. I'm using the ICOM 7300. That's driving the Clipperton L, Dentron Clipperton L, to the Ultimax 8040 double bazooka. And the band is really sounding good tonight. K5LYN. This is KE5Q.
Jim, you're the master of these remote stations, whether we hear you there, at your house, or in South America. Nicely done. I would never guess, regardless of those different locations where we hear your station from. Very well done. Okay, NEN. Paul, you're not there, are you? Yeah, he was early. He said he had to go. Okay, W50ZZ, talk to us.
This is Don, W50ZZ, running SB34, SB2 amplifier. And recently acquired today Signal 1 CX7A transceiver from the 70s, and it works. Oh, haven't fired it up yet on the antenna, but it works. That's it.
Okay, nicely done. Nice work on your part. Okay, I got to take maybe two more here. Was it N5SSK? Did I get that right, sir? You still there?
Yes, that's in 5 business today, Reggie. Well, I tell you what, I'm enjoying listening to everyone talk about the radios. I had an Icom 730 that just smoked on me, and I ended up getting some new equipment, but I enjoyed listening to y'all. I have an Icom 7300 with Veritron 811. I've had the older stuff for the past 30 years, and getting older, so I decided to just get upgrade some of it. But I've enjoyed listening to the vintage, and I will check in later.
Okay, glad you came by. Is this your first time on the net? I think it is, maybe.
Yes, sir, it is. And I'm surely, and the signals are fantastic.
Well, thank you for the report. It's always kind of a sport to see if we can make these radios that are 40, 50 years old perform. And it's a lot of fun trying. Moving on down the road here. Okay, K5, I can't read my own writing. Was let me see. Jim, you still there?
Yes, sir. Kilo 5, Delta Hotel Echo. I think you called me D0 GKW, Lincoln, Nebraska.
DHE. Jim, I did talk to you. Go ahead, Jim. DHE.
Okay, tonight we're sitting up here in Granbury, Texas, and we're talking on a Swan 500 that's kicking the kilocycles barefoot. The tuner is a Drake Mike November 2000 tuner. The antenna is a Buxcom antenna that I'm quite impressed with and have had for many, many years. The antenna's about 20-some odd years old, and it's been really a good antenna. But that's pretty much run down on this old rig. The microphone is a Shure 444s, and the radio was restored by Byron over in Bluffdale, Texas, and I'm just real pleased with it. And I've had it for, I don't know, probably pretty close to a year now, and that thing, you just turn it on. I use it more than I use any of my other equipment. And that's the story on the rig. And give me a signal report if you don't mind. You're hitting about 10 over 9 here in Granbury.
Well, best I ever heard it. Of course, the Swan 500 is a favorite radio of mine. I don't have one right now, but it's one of the best radios to restore, not hard to work on, reliable, has great audio, puts out a lot of power. So you scored on that deal, Jim.
Oh, yeah, and the fact that Byron was the one to put it together really made it extra nice. What's the actual power output on this 500?
Well, I think I used to get about 300 on mine if I was crossing all fingers and toes.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting here, not too far from it. Thanks a lot. We'll sit back and listen to everybody and try to stay warm.
Yeah, okay, we all are having winter for the first time this year, and it's a little tricky getting used to. Okay, I'm going to give this thing to WK5R, let him pick up the rest of the stragglers there, because I was scribbling a lot of notes, and I don't have everybody down here well. So if you weren't early and you got forgotten, let us know that you're here. Pick it up, Rusty, K5LYN.
K5LYN, WK5R. Thank you there, Lynn, and good evening to everybody on the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. My name is Rusty. I'm located here in northeast Texas, halfway between Dallas and Tyler. And I'm not on a boat anchor, quote-unquote, but I am running a homebrew amplifier. I'm running a Yaesu FTDX10. The microphone is a Tascam TM70 by TAC that makes a bunch of the studio recording stuff for radio stations. And that is driving my homebrew GS35B amplifier at about 1,250 watts. It needs quite a bit more dry to really wake up, but anyway. And that goes into a homebrew tuner that's in bypass mode right now because I don't need it on the 80-meter legs of my fan dipole for 408160, which is up about 50 foot on the tower there. So that's the operating conditions here. We are at 27 degrees and dropping. With that, I've got two stations here I'm going to call before I take the thing open there. All right, there was a station in Lincoln, Nebraska. I didn't get your call sign, sir. Come in.
Yeah, this is Whiskey Baker Zero Golf Kilowatt Whiskey in Lincoln, Nebraska. Can you copy?
Okay, was that Whiskey Zero Delta Kilo, and was there another letter?
Golf, excuse me, Whiskey Baker Zero, Golf Kilowatt Whiskey, Kevin, Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh, Golf Kilowatt Whiskey. I got it now there. Go ahead, sir.
All right. Well, I'm running my old dual bander tonight. It was made in 1967, and I'm feeding that into a 10-trod MLA 2500. And then that goes into my Denton Super Tuner Plus. So we got to set that out to 160-meter antenna. And I'm using an old YE148 test mic on this thing, so I hope I'm sounding all right to you. WD0TKW.
Sounding fine there. Is that dual banner you're running? Is that a WRL 84?
Roger, roger.
I just made a guess there. I used to have one of those. Well, it's sounding good there, all the way from Lincoln, Nebraska. Appreciate you checking in, sir, and we'll catch you next time. All right. KB0UOZ, are you up there, Perry? Go ahead.
Yeah, Rusty, I'm here. If you can copy, are you copying the break?
Yes, go ahead, Perry. I'll copy you just fine.
Okay, we're limping along here tonight. We're running low power, about 300 watts maybe at the piece, and my antenna is compromised. It come down a couple of days ago in a storm, and anyway, I got it back up. Apex about 10 feet off the ground. So anyway, let's see. We're on the East Kit. We're running the Twins. We got the SB401 transmitter, the SB303 receiver, and using a disc, a D104 microphone that's been modified here with a what is it? I forgot. Forgot what the cartridge is. Anyway, it's been a busy few days here with the weather going on, and I'm trying to get settled in and arranged on retirement and all that. So, but anyway, always I'm running the SB200. Like I say, I only run right at 300 watts, so kind of low power here. I'm scared to run anymore. One of the legs of my wire antenna is laying over laying over a metal roof on a carport here, so I'm kind of nervous about that. I don't want to melt the insulation on my antenna wire and arc over. You know how that goes. Anyway, that's the story. I'm hearing everybody pretty good. I'm surprised, but we're right along. Rusty, thanks for getting me in. Good evening all the way around to all the boat anchor guys, and we'll catch you all down the page. KB,
Okay, Perry, sounding just fine there. You're fluctuating between about an S5 and an S9, and I'm running about 12 dB of attenuation, so you're doing just fine. You get that thing back up in there, and you'll be in good shape there. Appreciate you checking in there. All right, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Alpha Victor Kilo, Nebraska.
Hey, good evening there, Kurt. Go ahead.
Hey, good evening, Rusty and Annette and GDK. Kurt up here in Nebraska. And tonight, Rusty, I'm also running a World Radio Lab dual bander 84. And I'm using a World Radio Lab SBE64 microphone on that. And that's running into my Galaxy 2000B linear amplifier. Putting out about 600-700 watts with 10 6LB6 sweet tooth. So I got two 6HF5s driving 10 6LB6s here, Rusty, going into the off-center fit antenna. WK5R from N0UK.
Well, those WRL-84s are sounding good tonight. There's nothing wrong with them there. And all them tubes are to halfway keep you warm up there in the shack in Nebraska. Appreciate you checking in, Kurt, and we'll catch you later. Okay, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Delta 5 Foxtrot X-Ray.
Kilo Delta 5 Foxtrot X-Ray. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Rusty. This is Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo. I'm in a little town called Ponca City, north central Oklahoma. And tonight we're on the Drake KWM-2A with a 30L1 amplifier running into an infed halfway. And I just put up a couple of wells, been about 3 or 4 weeks now, just for the holidays. And the microphones at D104. And on the workbench, I just picked up last week a Drake TR4C that I'm going through, and found some bad tubes in it. So as soon as those tubes come in, I'll have it on the net one of these nights. So back to you.
All right, Dave. We'll be looking forward for that. And I know where Ponca City is there. All right. Appreciate you checking in, and we'll catch you next time. Who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Delta, Sierra, Sierra.
WA5 DSS. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Rusty. This is Bill in Kerrville, and tonight we're on a KWM-2 that we just recapped, and we're running barefoot dipole antenna. WA5 DSS, back to net.
Yeah, sounding good there from the home of the Kerrville Tivy Wildcats there. Sounding good there, and we'll catch you next time. All right. Who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo Charlie 5, November Papa Charlie.
All right, November Papa Charlie. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, Rusty, Hubert, and San Angelo on the 7300. Got a vintage amplifier here, built in 1970 in Germany by my neighbor over here, Glenn, A5PK, and he brought it back from Germany and allowed me to take control of it a few years back, and so I've been just taking care of it like a vintage piece of equipment should be, and on the off-center fed dipole running maybe 500 or something, or 800. I can't tell you what I'm running, but anyway, we're getting out. I know it. But anyway, good to hear you guys. It sounded good, Rusty. Kilo Charlie 5, November Papa Charlie, stay warm.
We're trying, Hubert. That wouldn't be a Loudon boomer, would it?
Say what?
I said that amp wouldn't be a Loudon boomer, would it?
I don't know.
Two brands that I know from Germany, Loudon Boomer, and the other one is Summer Camp.
No, it's SB1000. SB1000.
Oh, okay. Oh, a Heathkit built in Germany. How about that? Sounded good, Hubert. Catch you later. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Anybody, anywhere, you do not have to be on a boat anchor, just interested in what we're doing. If you want to check in, come now.
Kilo 5, Lima Tango.
K5LT, hello, Lyle.
Well, good evening, Rusty, and everybody else on that tonight. This is Lyle Echo, located outside of Bernie, Texas. And tonight I am running the usual, the Heathkit SB101, and it is turning into the Boat Anchors of Sadness around here, trying to keep everything running and put together. And my amplifier, the SB221, is sitting over here dead. Best we can figure, we had a short in one of the tubes. The filament to the grid shorted and did some damage, and so we're looking at it, trying to see what it takes to get it put back together, get back on the air again. So, the sadness continues. Repair shop around here, never ending. So that's it for here. Just staying warm. Back to you, Rusty. K5LT.
Okay, Lau. Well, what you're talking on there is sounding great. I like the audio on it. And one thing about the 220, they're easy to work on there. The only hard part about them is getting the confounded thing back in that silly case. There's a trick to that. Anyway, you'll get it figured out. We'll catch you later there, Lyle. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. One more time, anybody, anywhere. Like I said, you don't have to be on a boat anchor to check in if you're interested in what we're doing. Come now. Oh, there's somebody way out there that I cannot copy. Sorry about that. Did you copy him, Lynn?
I heard a voice, but I could not get a single word.
Can anybody else copy that station and relay? I guess not. Okay, Lynn, back to you. Jair, you showed up.
Or Doug. Or Don.
Or Doug, are you there? How about Don, DK? Guess not. Go ahead and pick her up and try again, Lynn. K5LYN, WK5R.
Very nicely done, Rusty. Yeah, this is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin on the Cheap and Easy SSB from QST 1950s, a homebrew station. And we've been getting together here to talk about these early days of vintage single sideband. Anybody else want to talk to us that hadn't talked thus far? I'm listening. Well, we might have done it. For those that don't know, the net is often recorded, not always, but often recorded. If you go to YouTube and you put in YouTube Boat Anchor Net, you can hear the numerous recordings that have been put there by our friends over here in the Hill Country, and it's great to hear the radio that you're talking on. So check out Boat Anchor Net on YouTube. Anybody else want to talk to me before we wind her down tonight? K5LYN, listening. Or Rusty, wind it up.
Okay, this is going to be the last call for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. I'm going to try to hear that one station out there if he wants to try it again. I did open up my receive. Come now. I do not know what that was. Anybody else out there want to check in before we shut the door for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now. I hear nobody. We appreciate everybody checking in and participating, and we'll look for y'all again next week. Stay warm. We'll catch you later. This is WK5R, now closing the Boat Anchors Unlimited net at 7:57 with a temperature of 26 degrees and returning the frequency to normal amateur use.
Thank you, Rusty, and stay warm.